Hey there, my Patreon friends. I hope y'all are having a good day. This is exclusive content over here at Patreon. I hope you guys are enjoying this. We're calling this little series Craft with Me. Today I'm using the remainder of my cold clay that we made last week to make some fridge magnets. I just thought that that might be fun, and I think I might even have an idea about a way to finish these. I gotta tell you, my idea to do the wine medallions really didn't actually work because I tried to make a wine glass stamp and that didn't work, and I was like, well, shoot, maybe it's just not the right timing for this. And sometimes, you gotta like go, oh, okay, well, maybe now is just not the right time, and maybe I'll find something later that would suit me a little bit better. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pinch off a little bit of cold clay. Like I said, I don't have much left. And make us some disc. And I've been calling these faux wax seals. I watched a Jenny Belly, you've heard this, I watched a Jenny Belly video about how she made faux wax seals with polymer clay, and I don't have any polymer clay, so whooped me up. Yeah, that's so southern. Whooped me up. Cold clay, cornstarch, glue, a little bit of baby oil. I tell you, you just can't beat it. I like to have it on hand. However, it's one of those things that you kind of have to make up a batch and then use it in a couple of days. My idea here is to do a little decoupage napkin on these when they get a wee bit dry. Our command center is the refrigerator. As you guys recall, my refrigerator went kaput in April, and we were living out of ice chests for a little bit because here's the thing, can't get refrigerators, just like everything else, supply chain issue thingies. Now I made that one small. I wanted to make them like kind of wonky sizes because I wanted them to kind of like have a very rustic look. Alright, we're just going to do that. I'm going to let them dry for just a minute, not like the overnight dry like in my window, while we do a little something else with some Mod Podge and napkins. I was reminded about this technique, and honestly, I have never ever done it. I thought it would be really fun to cover clothespins in napkins and Mod Podge, and then the idea is you just put magnets on the back, and I think I have some magnets in my drawer over there. I thought that that would be really cool. All right, so we were talking about the refrigerator. The refrigerator is command central. We keep the calendars on there. Now the calendars tell us when Chris is playing, when Chris's band is playing, when he's got car work to do, birthdays, anniversaries, how much we spend on groceries, when we go to the grocery store, when the dogs need their medicine. In other words, it's just indispensable. However, it's not very pretty. And I thought, maybe I could kind of jazz things up with a selection of clothespins, make these kind of look pretty, and then use the cold clay disc and decoupage those and see if I can make those look pretty as well. All right, let's get started. And all you need is like some Mod Podge or, DIY Mod Podge. I had done the DIY Mod Podge like this when I was doing the faux wax papers, but it's still a little bit sticky. Even doing the faux wax papers, So I think I'm just going to use my Mod Podge since I do have some. I got this on a great deal from Amazon. I couldn't believe that it was so incredibly inexpensive. I mean, like $3. It was like super inexpensive. Digging around for paintbrush, Mod Podge, napkin. I think that's really all you might need. I had a couple choices of napkins. I kind of like this, but then I really kind of like the sparsity that was on this one as well. And it does have text. And then it had these little images, and I thought these were kind of cool. So I might do something, with that. We'll move along and we'll see what, kind of what looks like it might work. I also like the oak leaves and how they're, that's a maple leaf, and the colors on them. I could maybe just use that, but lots of little ideas about this. It's such a simple thing, and you can, honestly, when I went to the dollar store, they used to have these little 2-ounce things of Mod Podge. So you could grab one of those, grab you some decorative napkins, $1 here, $1 here, or $1.25, and $1 here. And do something really fun for like $3. They would even make awesome gifts. I don't know where y'all are and you're thinking about gift giving for Christmas, but I've already started. The fall is rough because a lot of the summer things, summer shows are over, summer festivals are over, and we kind of start hunkering down during that time of year. It starts getting cold. You just aren't out very much anymore. So I'm already starting to think of just small things that I could give folks for the holidays. We stopped doing big holidays years and years and years ago. Chris was on the road for 5 years after I first met him, and we just learned to, we celebrated when he was home. We'd celebrate, we'd celebrate Valentine's in June or whatever. We learned to just do things not when they were done, right? I hope I'm explaining that right way. All right, we are going to just put a little bit of Mod Podge here. And then I think I'm going to cut the napkin. I think I'll do like right here, because there's some interesting stuff going on right there. And I'm not really crazy about making everything perfect. Definitely don't care anything about making anything perfect. Yeah, that's pretty right there, eh? Hey? Been watching a lot of Aussie 2 series on Netflix. Good grief. Glitch is just fantastic. If you're into the metaphysical, and Mary Shelley and Frankenstein and regeneration and science, and a really good story as well. So good. And I watched a movie the other night called June Again, about a lady who was in a nursing home, had Alzheimer's. Well, they call it dementia. Had dementia. So one morning she just wakes up and she doesn't have dementia anymore. And she goes about like setting her family straight. She's been away for 5 years, hasn't known what's going on. And it's just a really great story, you guys. It's called June Again. Has such a sweet ending. Now, I'm wondering, Let's see. There was a technique about taking a sandpaper and filing the edges of this, but honestly, I kind of just like the way it looks like that. And I'm gonna put magnets on the back. So, I mean, does it really need to be decoupaged on the back? I'm thinking no. I'm thinking no. Alright, I'm gonna try this one too. Mostly because it has diners lunches. It's French. So that might look cool too. You know, nothing complicated or super fancy or anything like that. Speaking of super fancy, I still have one of my mega journals in the shop. Anybody's interested, remember, if you've ordered anything from the shop lately, you have a 20% off coupon to use at the store for new purchases. So definitely check out that Peacock Mega Journal. All right. What do you think? I like that. You know, you can kind of see the Eiffel Tower there, and then you've got a lot of text right here. So let's do that. You don't have to be very fussed with this. I am on YouTube, you guys, next week doing, I'm making Jenny Belly recycle buttons. I thought that would be a fun thing to do at YouTube. I just hit 6,800 subscribers. Not that I really keep up with that, but I did notice that this morning. I was like, oh, look at that. What a sweet surprise. Fun surprise. I think the easiest way to trim that is flip it over. I'm sure this is nothing new, but you know, like I said, the fridge, I did not put the calendars on it for about a week, just to enjoy the look of my new refrigerator. And Chris was like, gotta get the calendars up. Okay. I mean, you can tell that that's the Eiffel Tower right there. It's very distinctive. Let's do text and flower. See how that works out. I have clothespins because I use clothespins to close like cereal bags and things like that. I don't use the plasticky things, you know, those snack and chip clips that you can buy. Because they're plastic. At least these are wood, so they're somewhat recyclable. I have a little baker's rack on my deck, and that's where I hang towels and washcloths and things like that. I am a user of clothespins. These are turning out really nicely. You can maybe, like, I don't know, like do jelly prints on them. I wonder if I was supposed to put it like over here. What do you think? Let's do one like that. And then I'll just do 4. So I can identify my mistakes. Maybe I was supposed to do the sides too. Let's see how that's gonna work. Happy July 4th, y'all. I think I'm gonna post this Monday. Well, see, I just did it again. I just made it too skinny. I mean, how big should I make it? Everybody's asleep downstairs. Chris just got back from fishing trip for a couple of days. The dogs are asleep. He's asleep. I should be asleep. Can't do naps. Oh, let's take a poll. Who can do naps? I take a nap, that's like having 2 mornings in a day. Although, I gotta tell you, as I'm getting older, I'm really embracing and enjoying the morning a whole lot more than I ever did. You know, when you're young and you got kids and, oh my gosh, you're trying to get the kids ready and you ready and you get to work on time and the kids dropped off to school on time. It is frantic. But now, the only person poking me in the morning is Susie, who thinks that when his eyes open, that your eyes should open, and then your legs need to take you to the kitchen so his little body can get fed. Mia could sleep like till mid-morning. Seuss? No. Let's get up right now. Right this second. Okay, so see, I kind of like that better. Maybe that's what I should have been doing. What do you think? Is that what I should have been doing? Obviously, I did not watch the tutorial closely enough. I thought that the tutorial was only doing like part of it. I know that's not going to work. I don't know. What do you think? You should have covered that. I don't know. Maybe I should go back and watch it closer. Anyway, I just thought that this would be a fun thing, you know, for us to do together. Since we're, you know, we've kind of been working with napkins and Mod Podge. Alright. I kind of like that a little bit better. It'll dry and I'll figure out the rest of it, but I do want to watch that tutorial again because I'm just not sure if that's right. That's right. I mean, I know that this will have to come undone, you know. Anyway, fun idea, fun thing, you know, fun way to jazz up like an everyday sort of thing. All right, now we have our cold clay disc over here. Gonna make those into fridge magnets as well. I think this works really well for me because I like partial images. I don't like the whole thing. I think if you have like I think that's why I like collage so much, because it's, you know, you're not working with the whole thing. You're working with just partial images of things. I should mention that I've taken the backing off these napkins. Well, you saw me do that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. I think the best approach here is to go ahead and just do the Mod Podge, and then I'm gonna set it in my window and let it dry, and then remove the rest of the napkin. I think that's a wee bit better of an idea. Well, I gotta tell you, the Mod Podge is working really great over the cold clay. I think that's gonna be really pretty. All right, let's put some over it as well. I'm sure that you could get out a heat tool and dry this. I'm also like doing that thing, you know, should we dunk it back here? I can settle that when I peel them off of this board. I thought I took that off. But, oh, I didn't take that piece off. It's a rather large napkin. I keep those backs for, I just keep a little stack of them. Great to just mop up glue or paint or looking really good. Give me something to look forward to. Peeling them off and seeing what they look like. I think that'll be fun. My ideas of fun certainly have changed over the past few years. Shopping, traveling, going, doing. Nope, nope, and nope, nope. Funny. Not funny, but it's okay. Oops. Do one more. So just kind of an idea to use what you have and, you know, maybe just do something a little bit new. with the elements that you have on hand. Also, I mentioned this. My friend Peggy asked me if you could make buttons this way. And I was like, I don't know. But wouldn't that be pretty as a button? Like if you put a couple holes in it and just used it, like a craft button. I definitely, of course, wouldn't put this on something, a dress or anything like that that is going to go through the wash. You know what I'm talking about. All right, there's our last one, y'all. So we got some good things done today. Thank you for hanging out for this episode. I think we're to episode 3 of Craft with Me. I hope that you guys enjoyed using some things that you have on hand, maybe in a new and different way. And I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate your kindness and your support. Thanks a lot, y'all. See you soon. Bye.